What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Salute to all my family out there. We got a special one today. I got a very special guest. Today. Long time since I started running this Comic Con. Uh, One of my favorite mods, Derek Gaines, and also uh, I would like to say I'm sorry for taking my bro from his show House of Dragons. Y'all been telling me about it. I never got to really see the whole Game of Thrones, so I feel like I would have to watch that to get caught up with everything. I know that it was a good show, and a lot of brothers in the culture in our community they watch it, so I appreciate it. Let me bring up my bro Derek Gaines. With Derek Gaines, man, what's going on, brother?
Hello, hello, hello.
Yes, we like.
Um, yeah, you pulled me away from House of Dragons, man. We had to wait almost a year and a half for a new season. And
That's what
tonight,
happened with us in Invincible. That's what happened with us in Invincible. We had to wait almost 2 years.
oh man, I've been waiting for it. But I could always catch the replay. I just, I was like, he said 9:20. Don't that brother know House of Dragons premiere at 9 o'clock? But it's all good. You ought to check out that and The Boys on
I
Amazon Prime.
actually watched the first episode of The Boys because that's
Season
another.
one, first episode.
Yeah, yes. I was like, I might as well binge watch all The Boys and try to get
Um,
up with everything because Red been telling me to watch that show. Salute to my brother Cadillac Red. He been telling me to watch that show for years,
uh, it's
and I actually sat down today and I watched the episode.
it's a good show. It's not for kids.
Definitely
It
not.
it is
Very boring.
really not for
Very
kids.
boring.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
boring. I don't think I would if
very
I.
boring.
Yeah, I don't think if I'm watching my nephew, I don't think I'll put that on.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm old school. So with the stuff they got on TV nowadays, The Boys is really watered down from the rest of the stuff I've seen on for kids.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shoot, man. So today we're gonna be talking about uh our top five animes.
Hmm.
So, Derek Gaines, if you can enlighten us before you give me your first, uh, what drew you to anime?
It's a different art. It's a different art from American cartoons. It was just different. Um, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. The first anime I watched was Sailor Moon, and
Speaking of that, I got issues with people with that because she was in
that
high school. Her
yeah,
man was a grown man, but
yeah,
that's the topic. But
yeah.
go,
They outfits were very risque,
yes, yes,
and
sir.
you got a young Derek Gaines, like, oh man, I guess that's where my boo fin section come from, man. I don't know, but it's the art, and then they did things that American cartoons didn't do.
That's a fact.
Uh, American cartoons at that time was GI Joe, Transformers. It's
Which I
just
like.
when you turned on Sailor Moon, what was it? Sailor Moon, Transzord Z, and then you had Voltron, and it was just different. It was just the characters were different. It was enjoyable. I would rather And when I was younger, man, I would rather watch anime. Fist of the North Star. Oh my goodness.
I
I don't
forgot
know.
about that one. I actually like I actually like that one too. That one was good. That one
Yeah,
was gory too. Very
it was gory. It was gory, but I watched it. I seen it when I was about 15, and then they would pixelate the gory part, but you could still tell what it was. It's just I enjoyed it. It's funny how I remember every anime I saw. From I hated Speed Racer. I'm not gonna lie, I hated Speed
I
Racer.
think like in your era, the ones that I really like, uh, I did like that Fist of the North. I have to admit, Fist of the North
Yeah.
Star. One of the ones from your era, uh,
Hmm.
that it's on my list. I don't really want to bring it up now,
Oh
but
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
it's
yeah.
it's 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 one that really it is very, how am I trying to say it? It's near and dear to my heart. One of the
It's.
ones that um you came up on and somebody
Hmm.
like Drew. I really like this anime and it taught me a lot even in life, you know. So
Is is that the is Fist of the North Star was the one that hooked you the anime?
n- that's before my time. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
say that one did specifically, but put it this way: the person is on here. The anime that I'm talking about, the person is on the cover.
Well, I recognize most of them, but the one standing behind Goku in like the red cape, I don't recognize that. The one all the way
You know
to
what
the right with
I'm
the
talking
red shirt, I
about? Oh,
know I've seen him before.
you know
And the one
I don't
standing under One Punch Man, I don't know him at all. But the one standing next to Ichigo Kurosaki,
know.
um, he looks like Naruto a little bit.
That's one that's from my era that I never got into because I think
Uh
I
huh.
was transitioning into be I was like transitioning, hitting puberty around that time it came out and
Uh
stuff
huh.
like that. So things started to change. So that actually, I actually kind of missed that one. I could have always went back and watched it, but dudes that a little bit younger than me, they always tell me about Naruto and how they give a lot of good life lessons in it too, and how it's a very good storyline. So, um,
Mm.
I mean, and I'm surprised you never heard of Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh,
The
which
one with
one?
the red cape behind me.
No, 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 no. Which series? There was Full Metal
Oh,
Alchemist.
right, you're
Then it
right.
was Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yes, yes,
Now,
yes.
Brotherhood is the one I watched.
I think the original one in Brotherhood. After Brotherhood,
Uh huh.
I didn't watch it
Yeah, I didn't. I watched some of it, but didn't care for it. Uh, I'm just gonna be honest.
anymore.
Um,
There again,
the lady in all the way to the left with the purple hair, I don't recognize her. The guy standing next to Goku, I recognize him, but I never watched him.
yeah, I don't know, yeah, who that is either. That's funny that you say that. I don't really know who he is either.
He
I
looks like to me. He looks like the bubblegum anime we talked about before we went on.
Oh, okay, okay. And I'm pretty sure you recognize the person on top of you with Pikachu. I'm sure you're very familiar. That's definitely my era.
Hmm.
Pokemon.
I remember the
That was
first
real big
Pokemon.
when I was a
Yeah.
kid. Now I can't. My nephew watches it now. I can't tell you what's going on.
Oh
I
yeah,
can't
I don't know what's going on.
I used to know all 150 of the original ones. Now I can't tell you all these new ones. I
I ain't
can't.
gonna lie, man.
Like, oh, I like to
I
watch this.
used to get home after school and watch Pokemon, right?
Mhm.
Right, and you remember when they did the Pokemon rap song?
Yeah, yes, yes, yes.
Oh man, I
Man,
tried to sing along, and I always got tongue tied, man. I couldn't do it.
shout out to Derek Gates. All right, let's get into this list, man. I don't want to hold you up.
Oh yeah, yeah, you good.
Um, uh, which is your first
Um,
talk about?
I'm gonna go with Bleach.
Um, here we go.
That's the first in my notes.
Yes, sir. Anything you
Yeah,
want?
on
I
let
never
me try to
actually watched it. Uh,
uh-huh.
I watched the action that they try to do. It went on Netflix. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Right.
I, yeah,
Yeah, the
I
live action sucked. The live action sucked. I didn't like it. Uh you know, sometimes Netflix hits or miss when it comes to their live action. Um yeah, I didn't like it, and then Netflix did one called Parasite based on the anime, and it was horrible. I only watched one episode, but let me get into it. The lead character right there, the yellow hair, that's Ichigo Kurosaki. Uh, on the far right, that's oh man, I forget his name, but he's one of the most powerful characters in there. The short guy in front of the guy with the spiky hair, that's oh my goodness, I should have wrote all the names down. It's like 15 of them. But that guy, his power is water. Now the guy behind him, all he does is fight, you know. So all these is 13 captains. All of them are the head of their school. My favorite is of course Ichigo Kurisako. That's based upon an anime. It's also a manga. From what I understand, manga is a comic and is put out by Shuum Jump. Um, the storyline goes Ichigo it can see spirits. He can see and talk to spirits. Um, so the hollows are the evil ghosts basically. And salute my brother Eric Jordan. And what they do, they try to eat living people. They try to eat them. And
wow,
these guys standing behind Ichigo, they are the ones in charge of stopping the hollows. So one hollow decided to go after Ichigo's family. And Ichigo tried to stop him. He wasn't powerful enough. And these guys are called soul reapers because they reap souls. They collect souls. Is that Tete?
yeah, she's asking you.
Yes, yes, this is the 90s era right here. So what happens is he tried to stop the hollow, get injured, and the injured soul reaper named Rukia, she's not pictured here, um, gives him her power. So he stops the hollow, becomes a soul reaper. Now that's the first story arc. The next story arc, there are like 8 different story arcs, and each one is better than before. Um, this is made by Taiti Kabul. He was a Japanese manager and artist and character designer. He had to stop because he had a soldier injury. He can't. He couldn't do anymore. They only had 366 episodes of this, Um, like I said before, there's several different story arcs. There was Rukia, Chad, Renji. Renji is the guy with the red hair.
Okay.
Um, and Orihime. Um, the director was Hayu uh, Miyazaki, and he was responsible. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped. I'm sorry, but it's a good show. It's not for kids. It's a lot of blood. Especially the Japanese version has a lot of blood. The guy in the blindfold, he's cold. And and one interesting fact about this, about Bleach, they all have swords, and
Oh,
they swords have living entities in them, which
wow.
gives them their powers. So the guy standing to the left of the red haired guy, his power, his sword, steals other people's powers. The wolf guy in the back, they all got so many different names. The wolf guy in the back, his sword turns into a samurai warrior, and about 100 feet tall. Uh, the guy with the spiky hair, he has bells on his hair, so his enemies can hear him coming. That's how powerful he is, and his sword doesn't have any release at all. Now, the coldest sword release on here is the guy to the far right. His sword release has two levels. One, it turns into 1,000 swords, which turns into 1,000 blades, and it takes you out like that. And then the other one, he has a sword release he does, has a room full of swords, and they do his bidding. All of their sword release are called bankai. And the guy all the way in the back, that's head captain Yamamoto. He's the first captain. He started the all the 13 court guards, and they live in a spiritual realm inside a city called the Seriete. All they sword release have Spanish names. I don't know why the creators decided to put Spanish words in a Japanese cartoon, but all of them have different Spanish names. Now there's a guy all the way to the back with like the purple collar and his hat to the side.
Hmm.
His sword release, his bankai, turns into the best thing I can describe. It turns into a caterpillar, which is like 100 feet tall, 1,000 feet long, and it eats everything. So every one of them have different bankais. That's what makes the show uh, interesting. They have different enemies they have to fight. Aizen is the main antagonist in this cartoon, and he's not pictured here because he turned into a traitor and tried to take over not only the spirit realm where the hollows are, but the realm where the soul reapers are. The soul reapers are the good guys pictured here. Some of them turn evil. The guy with the blindfold, he flips. Um, there's another guy, the guy to the front, you can barely see him, but you can see his hair to the far left. He flips. So it's a very interesting show. Only thing I don't like about this, they have side like a breakaway season in the middle of the season that has nothing to do with the storyline. So I I always skip that season. They have 32 seasons, 366 episodes, And right now, you can see this on Hulu. Right now on Hulu, they have a new show. It's called Bleach: The Thousand Year War, and I finished the first season, and it's really good. Um, it's a lot of blood, a lot of gore in in the new storyline they do. But I would recommend this show. It's fun
Okay.
to watch. It has some funny parts. Um, the artwork is crisp and clean. This
Mm.
is a '90s show, and you could tell by the anime, but it is still a good show to watch.
So just before I go to mine, I'll do this show like a back and forth. He'll give you guys one, and I'll give you guys one from my list. I'll do it that way. Um, do these guys end up fighting each other?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. I was like,
The
are they?
Ichigo fights the bald head guy first, and he beats him. Then he fights the guy in the red. That's Renji. He beats him. Then the guy with the spiky hair, that he beats him. And then Ichigo didn't have a Bankai yet, but he still beat all them. Then the guy to the far right, I wish I could remember their names. Next time,
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad because
uh, the
I
guy to
feel
the
like
far right,
all the names of the characters are.
right, is sometimes I should have wrote him down. My apology. The guy to the far right was his toughest battle so far, and Ichigo, the guy in the front, beats the guy with his Bankai. Each one Bankai gives him a special ability. Only ones he didn't fight was the wolf guy, the blindfold guy, and the two guys to the far right. But because of what Aizen did, he caused a lot of them to become traitor. So yes, they did fight each other. The guy, the head captain Yamamoto, the old guy in the back, it's always an old guy with a long beard in
Yeah,
Japan
yeah.
culture. I don't know why, but he fights too, and his moves are cold.
Oh,
There's some scenes in here you go like, wow, I didn't see that coming,
okay.
but it's really good, really good.
So we strongly recommend Bleach if you haven't watched it yet.
Yes, yeah,
Um,
it's really good. It starts kind of slow because it's just Ichigo, but as the show go on, it gets better.
so I'm going to do one from my list. Shout out to Derek Gaines for all of the knowledge. Um, since Juneteenth. Oh, and let me salute everybody in the chat real quick before I go. Salute to Tay Tay. Salute to my bro D Man. Salute to Eric Jordan. You know what I mean? Shout out to all of y'all for coming through. And
Thank you for coming. Appreciate y'all.
I'm gonna go to mine. You know, we just passed Juneteenth, so I think this only right. Afro Samurai. Afro Samurai. This this is probably I actually have this in my Blu-ray collection. Afro's dad, who was a fighter himself, who was a samurai, he had the number one headband. The goal is to possess the number one headband, but you have to have the number two to fight the number one. And when he was really little and he was with his dad, Justice, who was the main antagonist in this story, uh, he fights the dad and kills the dad right in front of Afro's odds. and Afro always vows vengeance. So he grows up into a man, and um, people are after these headbands, man. They're after that number two. They know you have to have the number two headband, which Afro Samurai has, to go and compete for the number one headband. And Afro, he's out on an adventure and he's fighting these various villains who are trying to take the number one headband back. Like there's a crew called the MT7, and they're all basically like, I don't know what the terminology is when you got like eight twins, but they're all on a mission to try to get the sacred number two headband so that they can challenge the number one and ultimately obtain this power that they believe will give them immortal status and be crowned as the number one warrior. I personally really like this because um, you never see things like this too much as far as pertaining to a black person being in an anime. So that's one thing that drew me towards this. I remember when I was a little kid, this used to come on Spike TV, and then eventually they bought it out on Blu-ray and things like that. And I got it. I got the first one and the second one. So this is a really good watch if you never watched it before. Have you ever watched this Derek game?
Yeah, I first saw it on Adult Swim with Cartoon Network when they had Adult Swim. I don't know if they still have it. But I often wondered how many other headbands was it?
Yeah,
Because
they actually showed at one of the end. I don't remember if it was the first or the second one. There
uh,
actually was more headbands than what we did. Was like I forgot how many there actually was, but uh,
uh,
when Afro actually fights and encounters justice, um,
uh-huh,
at the end, he says, to really obtain that status, you got to have all the headbands. You see a bunch of dudes and
okay, yeah,
with headbands on and things like that. But you do have to have the number two to challenge the number one. That's why Afro is pursued like that. And salute to Pooh Man, uh, one of my riders, just like Derek Gaines. Salute to my brother Drew Titan in the house.
okay, cool
Uh,
man.
salute to Queen 71 for coming through. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Afro Samurai is my childhood, Pooh Man said. Facts. Facts. So salute to all of y'all for coming through. Let me tell you what I want to see with this. I would like
uh,
to see a live action, but I'm scared they're gonna mess it up. I sometimes I ask for stuff like this,
hmm
and then they end up ruining it.
I think what's that guy name? King uh, Michael J. White could play Afro Samurai.
That's funny that you say Michael Jai White. Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
that too. He was like the first person I thought in my mind that could.
and then his alter ego could be played by. Yeah, let's give it to Samuel Jackson
Yeah, I
because
was gonna
didn't he?
say just let Sam Jack. Yeah,
Yeah,
Sam
didn't
Jack.
he voice it anyway?
Yeah, yeah, he
Yeah,
voiced both. Yeah, the consciousness and Afro. So yeah,
yeah. I think yeah, because they have messed up a lot of movies that went to. I mean, you know, like the Dragon Ball movie that they did. It was horrible. It
oh,
was
Eric
horrible.
Jordan said it's 10. It's 10 headbands. Okay.
It's Tim Headband.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Eric Jordan saying it's 10 headband. I didn't know that.
I didn't know because they always talked about the one and two.
Yeah, yeah, because that. To be honest with you,
Uh,
traditionally, I mean, I don't know if I would have followed those rules, Derek Game. I gotta be honest with you. I don't know if I would have followed that. I would have just went after the number one. Why do
well,
I gotta?
you had to have the number, you had
Yeah,
to have the
you
number
have
two
the
to get to number one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think they did that out of some sense of honor. Why not, even if I don't have the headband, just be able to go after? Because some of these dudes didn't have headbands at all that was coming at the number
Yeah,
two.
but see, they were sent to kill him.
None of them
You remember that? Them, I guess they were like monks in that
Yeah,
temple.
the MC7. Yeah, that's who I was
Yeah,
talking.
yeah, they sent a bunch of guys just to kill him. And you're right, like the lady that's standing off to his left. She didn't have a headband, and she tried to kill him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So why do I gotta? I mean, I'm not Japanese, so why do I gotta follow that doctrine and be honorable? You know
It's
what I
the
mean? I'll just go
code.
after the number one.
It's the code, man. You got it. It's the
He said it's
code.
cold.
There's a boost. I know I'm gonna say it wrong. Like Buddhist.
Yes,
Yeah, it's the code. You can't be number seven and be like, I'm going straight for number one. Now, and then number one cheated anyway,
he did.
big time.
He did.
But
He did.
it was no rules. That you right. You right. It was no rules.
He said
You,
Eric Jordan said it's a rating system. Yeah, I
yeah,
get
but
it. All right,
we,
but
we
to me, it's like boxing because you
yeah,
had somebody that's like the number six, and then all of a sudden they the mandatory, and another
yeah,
dude been fighting title eliminators since Jesus.
yeah. Because nobody thought Buster Douglas was going to beat Mike Tyson.
So yeah, so you
And,
know things like that. But um, this is a really good watch if you never watched it.
yeah, I agree.
Um, uh, I would strongly recommend people watch Afro Samurai. Is definitely a
Yeah,
good.
I agree. It's a good show. It's a good watch. Not a lot of gore, I would say, but the storyline is good.
Yes, yes, I agree. I
The
think the
storyline is
storyline
good.
makes up, yeah. And sometimes you can have a great storyline and the production isn't all that, but the
Yes,
storyline makes up for everything.
yeah,
So
the storyline is good. Is and this is some Afro Samurai. There's another one before this.
yeah, this
So
is the resurrection. I was
mhm,
incorporating. I was just mainly the first one because this is the picture that I found real quick. I think I was a
mhm.
little but
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, but yeah, I got both of them. I got both. So
I
you see,
recommend it if you
Man,
haven't watched it.
You see Pooh Bear put this top
Uh,
Cowboy. That was the one that you said you didn't like on his list.
yeah, um, he changed it. It says Samurai Shampoo. Cowboy Bebop is too bubblegum for me. I didn't like it. Yu Yu Hakusho is that's a good old school anime. Ruin Kenshin is known also as Samurai X, and that is good. I recommend that. Uh, I don't recommend Cowboy Bebop. I don't. I'm done. I'm sorry. The last one I didn't see because I
Shampoo,
think I
tell
think
me.
it reminded me of Naruto, and I didn't like Naruto.
That's funny. Like I told you, I never got to fully get into Naruto, but the dudes that's a little bit younger than me, they love that. Yo. I remember I asked him a
Hmm.
question, which is better, Dragon Ball or this one, and a lot of them picked, excuse me, Naruto over
Well, you
Dragon
gotta
Ball.
ask them which Dragon Ball, because remember it was Dragon Ball. in Dragon Ball G.
We'll get into
I
that.
know Dragon
Don't give
Ball
him that
Z.
yet. Don't give him that yet. We'll get into that. We'll get into
Oh, my bad, my bad, my bad.
that. Let's go to your next one. Let's go to your next one.
Give me Spirit Away. I'll give you a little
Okay,
insight about this.
I don't think I ever watched this one. Who was this dude with the big? And then you got like some four-arm monkey looking guy. What is
Okay,
going
let
on
me give you a little background
here?
about
Yeah,
this.
go ahead. Hold it down for me real quick.
Um, the guy with the multiple arms, he works in the boiler room. The lady off to the left, she helps the main character. The two to the right, um, they just fill-ins, and the dragon behind her actually helps her too. Okay, this is called Spirit Away. This movie is a very good anime. It's by Hayu Miyazaki. He is responsible for Howl's Moving Castle and Princess Mononoke, which I highly recommend. This movie made $361 million, and I hold this movie close to my heart because me and my late brother only went to see two movies. This one, Spirited Away, and Austin Powers Gold Member. So I hold this movie close to my heart because every time I see this movie, I think about my late brother. The storyline is the little girl. Her name is I wrote her down, but they changed to Charu, but they changed her name to Sin, Sen, and her family, they're moving and they go off the beaten path and wander into the spirit realm. Well, that's where all the characters come in. And what happened is, while they're in the spirit realm, um, they turn into pigs because they were gluttonous. And what Sin did was go seek help from the dragon. He takes human form too, but they don't show it here. So he helps her. Um, Sorry, I was reading the comment. I don't need to do that. Trigon was good. So he helps her, and she goes to work in a bathhouse. Now she is tested by Baba. She's the evil witch, so to speak, um, because she wants to free her parents. And this movie takes on human characteristics of unforgiveness and gluttony. And she works in the bathhouse. She meets all the challenges with the help of several of the characters in front, and she's able to win back a chance to get her mom and dad back. And she meets the challenge, and it's a good movie. It's straight. It's not a lot of gore. There's no gore in this. You can watch this movie with your kids. And like I said before, I hold this movie close to my heart because of my late brother. So every time I see it, I feel like he's, right beside me. And that's the thing for the whole concept of the movie is dealing with the spirit realm. Um, I was very close to my brother. He was my best friend, and like I said, this movie I hold it close to my heart.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good breakdown. I never actually seen this, but I think I'm gonna try to get in tune with it when I get a chance because I've
Hmm.
never seen it and it looks kind of interesting. Who's that monkey dude with the four with the four hands, six hands?
He's actually a spider,
Oh, okay. Oh, he's a
and
spider.
he works in the bathhouse. The frog guy, he works in the boiler room of the bathhouse. The frog guy, he's just like one of those cast members. He's just a filler. Now, way off to the far right, you see like looks like a guinea pig and a little black bird flying. That's actually a baby and a three heads of a whatever. Uh, they got turned into that. It's a good movie. Like I said, it's a good movie. You can watch it with your kids if you allow your kids to watch anime. Um, right now, it's on. I don't want to shout out the channels where you can find it because they didn't put no money in your coffers, so I'm not gonna shout it out.
I hear
But
you.
you can find it. You can find it and Google it and see where you can watch it. It's a good movie. You could probably buy the DVD off of Amazon, off of Prime. So it's a good movie.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know it got so many awards, but still I never got to see it. They said this one got a lot of awards.
Yeah, yeah. It made 300 for an anime. For an anime movie in the U.S., it made $361 million,
Wow.
and that's there are some regular movies that don't even meet that.
Yeah.
And
Not nowadays.
it,
Maybe
it's
maybe in the 90s and maybe the early 2000s, but a lot of movies they don't get their return on their money.
hmm yeah, yeah. Yeah, the director Mayo Miyazuki, he's responsible for some very good anime movies. I don't know if he has done series, but his movies you can watch them with your kids. You know, they're good movies,
Yes, sir. Um,
and that's my wrap up for that.
okay. I'm going to go to One Punch Man, Saitama.
That's Tay Tay Superman in anime.
Yep, yep. Oh yeah. And speaking of Tay Tay, Tay said when I told her I was gonna be on here with you, she said, "Oh God, here we go. Two Superman hate.
That's
Two
that's
Superman
Tay
hate."
Tay Superman.
Tay Tay, he might actually be able to beat Superman. Say Tom. Say
Yeah,
Tom.
because the new Superman is weak.
Uh oh. Uh oh, Tay. Where Tay Tay at? Don't tell her that. Don't tell her that. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
if you have, he was the problem with Superman. He was just too strong,
Yes.
so they had to weaken him. And I think the weakening of Superman, the character, started after Doomsday when he got killed by Doomsday. So that shows Superman can be defeated. And I don't know which happened first, the defeat by Doomsday
Mm,
or the defeat by Batman. I think Doomsday happened first, then Batman
yeah. Batman got a contingency plan for everything.
for everything.
They literally kicked him out of the Justice League. I would love to cover that one with you. Like the it's called Doom. It's different. The name of the comic is different that
hmm
happened in, but the movie, the animated movie, is called Doom, Justice League Doom, and
I've seen it.
they basically took all Batman's contingency plans for all of the Justice League members, and they actually applied it, and it worked.
I've seen it. It's DC is hitting when it comes to their anime.
Yes. Well, we can't just say that because that new Batman movie it made its return in some worldwide. That the Batman movie was Zoe Kravitz and Robert.
Oh, the Batman.
Yeah, the new
I
one.
didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like it.
I actually liked it, man. I liked it. It was
I thought it was the worst Batman character. I just you know we went from the Batman in the '80s where he looked cool and everything, and then it got a little grunge with with the last Batman dude we had, you know, and I'm
well, you got to
just
talk about Batfleck because the last one
not
before
no, the one before Ben Affleck was actually good.
you know what Ben
Uh,
Affleck said? He said he actually regret how he did him in the beginning. He said he actually mastered it in the Flash movie. He said he's like, "Dad, man, I finally mastered it, and then my contract was up." You know, and then you talking about Christian Bale. Christian
Christian Bale,
Christian Bale did a good job. Uh,
yes he did.
I thought Christian Bale did a good job, and Christian Bale even admitted, like after he seen Ben Affleck get the role, he should have kept playing him for a little while longer. So
Yeah, I just wasn't feeling it, man. I just wasn't. Maybe it was the storyline.
I
I
actually liked it. You know what I liked about it. I didn't
what's
like
that?
him as far as Bruce Wayne because I thought like he was still acting like Batman with Bruce Wayne. But somebody explained to me
Right.
that is the beginning stages when he first became Batman. So he was really obsessed with being
Well,
Batman to where it trickled over into his actual real life. Like he
well,
wasn't making
I
appearances.
go ahead, brother.
No. I was just saying where he wasn't making appearances and he wouldn't
Mm.
be seen a lot in the public and things like that. So I don't know. Me personally, I liked it because I thought it had like a dark spin on Batman and you know, we'll see what happens in the next movie. We'll see what happens in the next movie. Um, I understand why you wouldn't. I understand why if you wouldn't like it if you were a diehard Batman fan. I can understand.
Well, I thought Christian Bale Batman because you know it was just each one got better than the one before, and the one with the Joker that was the best one.
Yeah,
It should have been
he did a
four
good job.
movies,
He did a good job. Unfortunately, Heath Ledger passed away.
unfortunately.
You know, uh, Pool Man said Bale and Nolan, the director, didn't get along with each other. I could believe it. That happens a
I
lot
can
in movies,
believe it.
and sometimes they end up producing great work, even though they don't get along. So
I
that
can
was one of those. But
I can believe it.
let me get into One Punch Man.
Go ahead, brother.
One Punch Man, Saitama, he was a regular dude. And he basically different than a lot of your other people that ended up being super strong and things like that. Like Saitama, he trained to his maximum level and he was able to achieve what we seen in the show. See, we didn't see the beginning because the show starts off, at least the animated series, with him already having everything. They give you a glimpse of what he went through to try to build where he's at now. So now when he challenges dudes and he knocks them out with one punch, big monsters, robot guys, all type of things, it's just so easy for him, and he actually is kind of frustrated by that. So I actually liked the production and everybody that did this storyline because it's more of a situation where one where Saitama he really wants a challenge, and he doesn't get that until the very last episode. They never did a season two. It never happened, and it's probably because you probably can't do anything with somebody that got one punch that could take you out. So there's probably not enough dialogue and enough story arc there for you to continue on with this uh character, which I think is a very good character. Say Tom. You got any comments on this?
Um, no, not really. I think for this character to be successful, to get multiple seasons and episodes, you gotta. I hate to say this, but you gotta give them a challenge. Um, that's what made Dragon Ball so successful. There was always a challenge for Goku to meet. With Saitama beating everybody with these, they gotta weaken him or make a character that can beat him.
Yes, sir.
It's a good story, good storyline. The animation is great. I always look at the animation. If the storyline is crazy, but the animation is good, I'll I can watch it. Are you leaving now? Okay. You got enough clothes? You got your underwear and everything? Sorry, that's my daughter.
Nah, it's okay. It's okay. I knew you was talking to one of
Yes.
your kids. I
Yeah,
figured.
13-year-old girl, man. These ninjas keep me in fighting shape, man. Cause I ain't playing when it come to my baby girl. I ain't.
Yeah, I hear.
Uh,
You. I
let,
hear.
let, I want to stay on because I'll go off on a different topic, but I think for because I'm waiting for another One Punch Man season, but I mean he beats every. That's the problem with One Punch Man. Um, he beats everybody. Now, until the final episode of the what was that the first season, he
Yes.
finally met somebody who can go toe to toe with him. And then One Punch Man stepped it up, and it's like they gotta create a character that can beat him, and maybe not just a character, but characters that can beat him. That's what keep it interesting. That's what keep us coming back is a great story. If the story's not palatable, we're not going to watch it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I
I
agree.
like the android too. The android, he's. I remember that one episode when he was telling One Punch Man his life story, and I kept wondering why the camera kept looking at different stuff instead of focusing on what he was talking about. And I was like, it kept showing stuff, camera angles kept showing stuff that had nothing to do with what dude was talking about. Then, then One Punch Man said, "Tell me in 100 words or less."
Yes, 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 yes.
I fell out laughing.
Like he
I
got
felt like
he
he
got
just kept he just kept talking and talking and talking. I was like, "What is going on? I don't understand the different camera angles." It was excellent. The director, the camera angles, the anime. I would recommend One Punch Man if you haven't seen it. Um, they just got to develop a, somebody who can beat him,
yep,
or somebodies who can beat him.
yep. I agree. I
I
agree.
mean, soundly beat him, not just give him a whooping. Other than that, I don't. We're probably stuck with 2 seasons, but
Yeah,
it's a good show. It's
yeah.
a good show. I recommend it.
I don't know how many times you will go back and if you didn't see it, but like
Mhm.
Derek Hayes just said, if you didn't see it, then it's good for you to watch it the first time. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's
Get
not
some
worth
popcorn
it. Yeah, and continually
and
watch.
and don't blink.
Yes,
Cause
don't.
some of the action is so quick. You be like, "Whoa, what happened?" I was just watching it and I blink and it's you know like when the android was training with One Punch Man and One Punch Man did a move, I had to go back and rewind it. Like I missed it because I looked away. It's a good show. I want them to continue the show. Give him somebody that give him a challenge.
Or put him in a situation
Hmm.
where maybe he's fighting like gods or deities to where
Yeah, put him in. I gotta fight somebody like Thanos.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That type of situation where he
Yeah,
gotta feud him so that it can
yeah.
keep going on. You can keep making episodes.
That's what makes a great character. That's what makes Dragon Ball so great. It's not only they have characters you can identify with, but the storyline keeps it going.
Yes, sir. Let's get into your next one, brother.
My next one is one of my favorites, Vampire Hunter D. This is my favorite. I was this one. Um, I love it. I could sit and watch it. I could sit and watch it a hundred times. Yo, check this out, brother.
Hmm.
This character is based upon a novel, and the novel has sold 17 million copies worldwide.
Wow.
It's one of the best-selling manga books that you can get. Um, Vampire Hunter D is what they call in the story a vampire. A vampire is a daywalker. He is the first daywalker. The first one
Blade.
came out.
Basically Blade.
He's better than Blade.
He better
He's
than
better
Blade.
than uh, he's better than Blade. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. He is better than Blade. One, in the story, in the novels, he is the result of Dracula experimenting on humans to create a half breed. So, in essence, his father is the vampire Dracula, the first vampire. And in the novels, Dracula is referred to as the great ancestor. They don't never say his name. Um, Vampire Hunter D, his left hand is a symbiote. It has a life of its own. It has a face and eyes and nose, and it could talk. And it could do magical stuff. It has ability to suck in magic, and it could detach from his arm if it has to. It eats dirt to help Hunter D um, heal himself. In the novels, they call him D because that's what he tell people to call him, D. But there are two movies, Vampire Hunter D, and their introduction. I think that came out in the 80s, 1985, I do believe, and The one pictured here is called Bloodlust. In Bloodlust, he goes to try to. He's also a bounty hunter, so he goes to try to free a woman who is taken by a vampire lord. The vampire lord is trying to take the woman of his life. She's in love with him. He loves her, and they trying to escape Earth. So they go to another vampire who has a so-called ability to get them to the stars, which she is pictured in the middle in the red. Her name is Camille. So the anime is really good. Is really good, especially in Bloodlust. It's really good. The first one is anime is in the 80s, I think. So you'll get that Robotech looking anime, big eyes and everything. But Vampire Hunter D, he always wears black, and usually his face is covered. He carries a sword. I don't know what it is about the anime that I like him with swords, but his sword is it doesn't have a life of its own. Being the son of Dracula, he has certain abilities that he has, and then when he brings them out, they know who he is. So he that's your Eric Jordan. Yeah, yeah, that's my cousin's favorite anime. I love Vampire Hunter D. He's better than Blade. I think Blade is based upon this character because Blade came out about 10 years later than the first Vampire Hunter D. As I said, it's 17 million copies sold. Excuse me, I have to take a sip of water. 17 million copies sold. I didn't know that. I did not know that until I had to do some research. I knew I liked it. I knew the anime was great. Like the scene you got in the top, that's him crossing the desert, and these creatures are flying up out of the sand, and he just rides the back from one to the next till you get to the other side. The anime is enjoyable. The storyline is great. We're going to talk a lot about storylines, how they keep it going. The storyline is progressive. The anime is great. There are challenges in Bloodlust that he meets, and it's just I recommend it, but I don't recommend watching this around kids. It has some gore. It is an anime for adults, and I recommend this um, to anybody that's want to get into good anime. It is one of the first anime uh, that I watched that came out in December 1985, and the movie Bloodlust came out in September 2001. So he's better than Blade. I think Blade was based upon him, and it's just a good anime, and you can't go wrong with this, especially if you like Afro Samurai. You
Okay.
know, he meets the same type of challenges that Afro did, but this guy uh, D, that's what he go by. That's what he go by, and he hunts vampires. So yeah, especially if you like Blade, you want to check this out and see the similarities of the both the characters.
Okay. I think I'll definitely have to watch this. I want to see the similarities and differences with
Hmm.
with him and Blade outside of them both being day walkers. So I definitely think I'm gonna try to. It's another one I'm gonna try to watch.
Yeah,
And
you can
uh,
you can find this on YouTube. You can find it on YouTube,
okay,
unedited in English dub. I'll send it to you because
oh,
that's where I found it.
okay, yeah, you already know. Text me and send me it, and when I'm
Right.
not doing it or if I'm at work, I'll definitely try to tune in and watch.
Yeah.
It seems like a good watch. I always like stuff with vampires in it. Blade is my favorite black uh comic character personally.
Hmm.
I always like the Daywalker and the whole storyline behind it, even the comic books. So I'll definitely try to tune into this. Let me get into the next one.
All right.
Ninja Scrolls. Ninja Scrolls to Jubei.
That's a
We
good one.
speaking
That
of
is that is a good one.
let me tell
I
you,
didn't know you was gonna pull this one out of your hat.
my
Oh my goodness. Now, this is a good one. I didn't know. I didn't know you was gonna go Ninja Scroll. Game over. Game
brother.
over. You pulled out. You pulled out the Michael Jordan shot over Ely with the at the last second. You know, game over, man. Game over, man. Game over.
You was talking
Man.
about sports.
I'm
You
gonna
was
shut
talking
up,
about sports.
man. I'm gonna let you talk about it, man. But I ain't know. I thought you was gonna pull Dragon Ball out. I didn't know you was gonna go to Ninja Scroll. You went back on this one. Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
I remember when I was really little, my older brother, he had ordered this. This is when you had to catch the commercials
Mm-hmm.
and they tell you to dial a number if you wanted it and stuff like that. And my brother had this, and I remember I lost the tape and I had to get it on it's on Blu-ray now, but it was on
Mm-hmm.
DVD. I re-got it on DVD at the time, and basically Jubei is kind of like a mercenary, and
Mm-hmm.
he ends
You're
up
right, Eric Jordan.
he ends up meeting the Light Maiden. You know, I forgot who the bad guy, what his name was. That
I
what
forgot what his name was too, but I ain't gonna spoil it. Go ahead, bro. I'm gonna shut up. You pulled out the stops on this one.
Yeah, and Jubei ends up encountering different foes, and there's a piece that he has that
Mm-hmm.
the people that are trying to attack him. I forgot what that piece was called too, man. You remember what that was called, Derek Gaines? But
No, I just remember. If I remember correctly, he got betrayed by his friend,
hmm
and the opening scene was killer. The opening scene to this movie was a killer, and
that
everybody
big rock
on
that had the freaking frisbee sword.
yes. What
That
about
dude as a kid, he used to scare the crap out of me, man.
the dude with the bees coming out his back?
Yes, yes, yes. I like him too. He didn't he thought he would be able to beat Jubei real easily. He was
Mm-hmm.
uh the
See
pollen is
now,
some sort of anesthetic, but how long will it hold him? Beat it. Yo, man, this is a great watch right here.
you right, Eric. Jubei did get poisoned.
Yes, yes, he did. And for him to
I forgot
counteract,
about that.
yes, at the end, he was supposed to counteract the poison by making love with the light maiden.
Making love to that lady. Yeah.
Body was made up of poison. That's what we didn't know. at the time when she got caught by that rock dude, when she was in
Yes,
when he was in his rock form, even in his rock form, it didn't protect him when he touched her flesh.
oh
He thought
yes,
mating
yeah.
was killing him, but it was really the light mating's poison. Her body is poison. She can never be with anybody
She
because
can never be with anybody.
her shoot. If I had a daughter, I would want her to be like that. Now let me stop.
She burnt every dude. You can't touch it. She was poison.
For real.
You could not touch. You could not. Mm-mm. And it's funny. This movie is not for kids. You can't watch
Nah,
this
nah,
around your kids. No, because there's some. The
wickedness.
scene between her and that rock guy. No, you don't. Mm-mm.
You see what he was trying to do, and luckily
Yeah,
he was there. He ended
yeah.
up there, and
I
he
need to. I need to find this movie. I need to find this movie. I need it
you could
in
get it
my
on Amazon.
collection.
You could get it on Amazon. I think I needed. I need to get the Blu-ray. I need the Blu-ray.
Hmm.
You know,
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna
and
order it Friday.
ultimately, yeah, and ultimately he gets revenge. I'm not gonna say long-winded on it. He gets
Right.
to the last part of the boat, and he ends up getting the revenge that he was seeking.
Yeah,
Now,
and it's funny how they picture everybody that he came up against here, except the main antagonist. Because remember, he fought the dude in the right up in the right hand. He
mm,
fought him in a bamboo forest.
yes,
That was
yes,
cold.
that was cold. And what was one of them ladies like? She got out of her skin, and
Yeah, the lady with the tattoos. Yeah, she turned into a snake or something.
yes,
And then
and
the lady with the hat at the bottom. Yeah, you bring it. Well, you keep me on this. We're gonna talk forever about this because it's a must see. It's a
yes,
must see. I will put it over Vampire Hunter D.
wow,
I will put it over because it's the opening scene when he's walking in the rain and he's going across the bridge and
yes, yes.
somebody attacks him and he throws up his rice ball in the air and he quickly dispatches that enemy and catches the rice ball and walks away. Yeah, yeah,
So we strongly suggest this and recommend this to people that haven't seen this. This is a must. Just like Derek Gaines said, this is a must watch. If you
yeah.
can't find it, you should be able to find it. I
Well, yeah,
kind of
like somebody said in the chat, the movie is great. This is the movie, and the series they did wasn't so good.
yeah, I didn't like the series as much as the movie. I
Yeah,
agree.
the movie was that's my number one. I put that at my number one.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know you was gonna pull this one out.
All right,
I
man.
didn't know.
Let's go to your next one.
Demon Slayer.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
Demon Slayer.
yeah, so talk
The
about
the main character, his name is Tenjiro, and he's a young man, as you can see here, and he basically is taking his father's job. It's set in feudal Japan, as you can tell by the kimonos. Um, he goes and he makes charcoal. He chops down the trees and he makes charcoal for people, so they can survive the winter. Well, he's coming back home and he finds his family has been murdered by a demon. He has this guy has a unique way of sensing things are not right, smelling are not right, and his sister, uh, right there with the thing in her mouth, she survives, but she turns into a demon, and he sets out on a journey to find the demon that killed his family. And there are several different story arcs to this. Is just every season is different from the season before. The guy in the yellow kimono on the bottom left, his thing is lightning. The guy with the boar's head, his thing is just like he just want to be brutal. Um, the guy on the bottom right, he's just like surreal. He's always calm. Um, so the first story arc is they catch a train and the train is taken over by a demon and they have to get out of it. And each episode, one of the heroes die, which keeps the storyline going. The storyline is very good. Every arc has a different challenge. The first one, like I said, is the train. The second one is the entertainment district. The third one is the swordsmith village, and they just started a second season. Not a second season, the next season, and I'm waiting for the English dub because I don't really like reading subtitles. I really don't.
Me and you got
Um,
that in common. Me and you
it's
got
a
that in
good
common.
show. It's a good show. There is some gore. There's some gore. So for the guys that like, blood, the Swordsmith story arc was the best so far. It was good. It was really really good. You'll have a fun time watching Demon Slayer. You can find it on two platforms that I know it's on. Like I said, I ain't gonna shout them out because they ain't put money in your coffers. You can find it on two platforms. Um, you'll enjoy it. The episode's about 30 minutes long, so you can actually binge watch it. It's a good. It's good. It's different for me because I like more of more stuff like Vampire Hunter D. But it's just something that, as you notice, Bleach, Vampire Hunter D, and Demon Slayer, they all got swords. I don't know what it is, man. I just like to watch it. And this sword he has, this is his black sword. And each one of these guys' swords change to their ability. So his ability, Chinjiro, his ability um, is fire. That's how he got that mark on his forehead. But he hasn't developed that ability yet. He only summons it like when he's really, really, really in trouble. But it's not overused like Super Saiyan mode or something. It's just it's there and it's a last just effort. It's a good show. It's not for kids. It is some gore. Um, there is some. It's a lot of gore. A lot of gore. It's you'll see demons eating people. So yeah, you don't want to watch this with your kids, even though it may look kiddie. It's not. It's not. And I recommend this. I'll put this as my number two behind Ninja Squirrel, then Vampire Hunter D. And
Uh,
that's it.
Good pick. Good pick, man. I watched a little bit of it. I think it is a good anime, and yeah, One Piece is pretty good too, cool man. One Piece is pretty good too. Uh, I never got fully into it, and salute to my bro Joe Townsend. I see you. You know, definitely. So I definitely recommend this as a watch if you like animes. If you
Mm-hmm.
like anime. So we winding down. We get into our last ones.
All right.
Let me get to my Berserk. Yes,
No, no,
sir.
no, no. Oh my God. I love this,
This,
man.
this storyline, I don't care what nobody, even from the
Wait a minute. Are you talking about the? Are you which one we talking about here? Are we talking about the original Berserk or the one following that one?
I'm talking about the original one.
Oh
Uh,
my God.
I'm
Oh.
talking about the original one with Guts, and how Guts, he was one of those dudes that was like a castaway, like Tom,
Mm-hmm.
and he ended up getting picked up with a group. Uh Dad, what was their group called, man?
Uh, the Falcons or
Yes,
something.
yes, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I
Mm-hmm.
don't remember.
That's all right. That's all
Griffin.
right, brother.
Griffin was the leader. Griffin.
Yes, he was.
Griffin was the leader. Uh, him
Griffin was a little
and the
feminine
girl.
to me.
I love Sasuke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me, I love the
Yeah.
girl. I love the girl in that. And she was one of those girls that she started off as like a girly girl, and she ended up being like a general, one of the people that led the group,
Mm-hmm.
and they hated each other at first.
Yes, they did.
And what ends up happening is Griffin, he has a necklace. It's the Crimson Bailey, and
Yes.
that ties into everything. That little amulet that he wears around his neck, it got substantial ramifications at the
Yes,
end,
it did. Yes, it did.
and I love how all of them were like misfits, and they ended up, especially Sasuke and Guts,
Yeah.
were like misfits, and they hated each other at first. It was the typical guy and girl that hated each other at first. That probably were attracted to each other. They just never showed it. Because you remember even in the first part when Guts lost to Griffin and
Mm-hmm.
she had to lay up with him, and he made her become a woman. Like, yo, look,
Mm-hmm.
you got to keep him warm. You know what I mean? So she laid up with him, and what I mean, and stuff like that. It's a really good story. I could talk on and on about how good Berserk is. This is my number two because the storyline was great.
Storyline was great.
Yeah.
The anime was great. Um, what happened at the end? I could not imagine that in any anime. It was so much blood. That's
Yes.
all it was. That's all it was. Just blood. And she come to give me a hug. Oh, oh, hold on, man. Hold on. I'm
Go ahead.
sorry, y'all.
Go
What's
ahead.
wrong? What's wrong? Come on, come on. Shh, 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 shh. Why are you crying? You didn't want to come and give me a hug? You didn't? Okay, give me this. Bye bye. Bye bye. I'll see you later. Bye bye. Oh my goodness.
See, my boy Derek Gaines is a good family man. She's Tay Tay said, "Oh, the baby."
I'll take care. I still don't like you.
Oh, 'cause you a Superman fan.
Yeah. All right. That was my daughter and her niece.
Oh,
She's going over to her sister house, and she wanted her to come and give me a hug goodbye. And, babies got their own minds,
yeah,
but
yeah.
family
She said
first.
what? Tay said what? Yeah, you like you said, the two Superman haters done collaborated. Yeah, we collaborate.
Superman should have been in Berserk.
Yo, we could have helped him out a lot at that end.
Right, right. He should have.
And
He should
all
have
the
been
things
in.
on.
He, he had to be there. He had man. It was Berserk is a good anime, good story, lots of action, lots of action. From the word go, from the word go. Don't watch this around your kids. Don't
Yes,
watch this around somebody who
is
don't like horror.
yes.
It's some very adult scenes in here. As you Superman, what?
She said Superman don't need no help. Yeah,
See,
you do.
Tay
No,
Tay
no,
always.
Tay, don't say that. That is a
Tay,
lie.
oh
My
my
opinion
goodness,
determined that was a lie.
that Superman needed Batman
All the time. All the
all
time.
the time,
All the
all the
time. And he
time.
even said it. That's why
Then
when
Superman, then Batman saved Superman from Darkseid numerous of
yes,
times.
numerous of times, man.
Yeah. Anyway, she want to play disruptor, but
And
but
then
Berserk.
D-Man's your backup. There you go, Tay. You got backup. D-Man's a Superman guy.
Oh my goodness,
Bruce
Superman is
always
weak.
had to save Clark, bro. Every
Superman.
time,
If Superman was an anime, it would be one season.
you ain't lying. Cause look how long it took for us to get the other movie. And I actually liked that last movie, The Man of Steel.
If Superman was an anime, it would be Dragon Ball GT. It was no good. It was only there because people knew the characters. The storyline was crazy. There was no continuity. Dragon Ball GT is not canon. It's not. And Superman is just he just needs to go away. I'm sorry, Batman. Batman is the man. He
Period. Period.
it was Batman was playing to be Bruce Wayne. Superman was Superman. No matter what, he couldn't help it.
That's a
He
good point.
just
That's a the man actually is Bruce Wayne. The person
right.
that who he really is Batman. That's who he really is as a
See, she been doing that. We are not haters. We are
he said D-Man said
we
Superman saved Bat God too. Yeah, but not as much as Batman saved him. Batman always was saving him. Always. Like matter of fact,
Batman got a
watch that one
contingency.
Public Enemies. Watch Batman Superman Public Enemies. That was based on
Yeah,
a comic.
that's good. I've
He was
seen
like, I'm not gonna be able to
mostly
do
all
this.
the DC. I've seen mostly all the DC anime, and that's a good one. They got a new one out, a part two, to the one they just did. I haven't seen it yet, but I plan on to
What
see it.
Infinite
And
Crisis?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I got
Part
both
part
of them.
one was good. Part one was good.
I got part one and I got part two.
I haven't
I'm gonna
seen it
see if
yet.
I can send it digital because there's a way you could copy it digitally. I'm gonna try to see if I can
Hmm.
send it to you. I'm gonna
Okay,
try to
cool, great.
send it to you.
We are not haters. We're realists. Superman is overpowered, just like One Punch Man. But Superman would have been one season if he was an anime. That's it. I mean, he would be. He won't even be one season. He'll get a movie.
Tay Tay always come in here trying to disrupt something with her narrative. Tay Tay do that on purpose. She know what she doing. They
Matter
take
of fact, see now, if Superman was an anime, he wouldn't even get a movie. He'd be like guest appearance, like one of those characters that you just put in there so they could die.
she
But
said act Kent. No, that's why I don't wear the glasses no more. That's why
see,
I don't.
but Berserk, the
Yeah, go.
last 30 minutes of Berserk is so just out of this world. So much gore, so much blood, so much action. Just like, what are they going to do next? And then when I watched the follow up, the series, I was like, this has nothing to do with the storyline. I want to know what happened.
Yeah, that's a fact. And
I
she ended
want
up
to
losing
know what
Sasuke ended up
happened.
losing her memory. So
Right,
she don't even know who he is. She don't even
right.
all
She don't
that
know who
before
he
nothing.
is.
I would have been devastated.
I need to know what happened. I just need to know because Griffin went off the rails.
Yeah, because remember what ended up happening is it was crazy because basically it got turned upside down. Remember, Griffin
Yeah.
was the guy, he had the troops and all of that and stuff like that, and everybody was following him. And
Mm-hmm.
Sasuke was always infatuated with him, but he never showed any interest and stuff like that. And then remember, once he did what he did with the princess, and they held him in the cell and all of that stuff like that, Gus
Mm-hmm.
and them ended up saving him, and he ended up losing his features because he was like one of those guys that, no pause, he was a handsome dude, but then
Mm-hmm.
he got cut up and got tortured and all of that, and he had the man with the iron mask thing going on with him. He wasn't that guy no more.
But remember when they was fighting, him and Gus was fighting that demon in the cave, and that demon recognized that amulet he
Yes,
had around
yes,
his neck,
Crimson
and
Veil.
he warned Gus. He warned Gus what happened once dude's imagination bear fruit.
Yes.
And it was Griffin's plan all along to be powerful, and that's why he did what he did. If you watch Berserk, every decision Griffin made set him up for the next decision.
Yes.
Every every decision, every one, where he was very calculative. He just had that it factor, and everybody wanted to be around him. Everybody wanted to do what he said do, and that's what happened. In the end, he became one of the five head demons or whatever they call them. But that hand, that big hand that came up out of the blood and everything, I was like, oh my, this is the
It,
anime was so detailed on that hand when Gus was falling down and he stuck that knife in it. It was tearing the flesh. You could hear it rip, and I was like, man, this
and
is the
remember, he only
best.
ended up having one hand. He got
Yes,
another
yeah, he
another
cut it
hand he
off.
had with an
He,
arrow.
he cut
Yeah,
it off.
because
He cut his hand off.
He ended up seeing Sasuke getting raped. We ain't gonna say the
Yes,
real word.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? He loved her.
That's it.
They
Yeah, yeah,
loved each other. You know
yeah.
what I mean? She had to tell him like, yo, he was like, yo, should I just go down there? That's how much he was feeling her. She was like,
Mm-hmm.
let your feelings get in the way. You know what I'm saying? Don't let
Right,
your feelings get in the way with what we gotta do. And she had to
right.
remind him on that. This story might have been my favorite storyline in anime
Mm-hmm.
history, period.
It's a good show. This. I didn't know you was gonna pull this one out after Ninja Scroll. This is a
I
good
dropped
one.
some I dropped some heat. I dropped some heat on the great Derek.
Yeah, yeah.
He-
This. Berserk, the first one was you can't miss an episode. You have to watch it. The second season is
You there, Derek Gaines? JG, what's going on, brother? What's good?
Kira. I hated Akira. I hate.
She said
It's
only
not.
one thing can kill Superman, kryptonite. Meanwhile, Batman gets all type. You can kill Batman all types of ways.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but it
Batman
hasn't
never
been
got
done.
killed.
It hasn't been done.
It hasn't been done. Batman has never been killed. He's never been killed. Bane broke his back, but he healed from that. And he's never. While Superman has lost to Doomsday, has lost to
Died.
Darkseid, has lost to Batman, has lost to Metallo, has lost to even Joker had the last laugh on
He said, "Hey,
Superman.
that's not true. Darkseid and the new gods killed Superman. That is a fact. Read the comics. And these is dudes that could compete with Superman because they gods.
See, Tay cheated. See,
He's
I don't read DC comics. I haven't read I haven't read DC comics since Teen Titans
mm,
before they became a TV show.
mm.
They were a comic.
He said Batman has been Eric Jordan. Don't tell me you a Superman guy. Eric
Yeah,
Jordan,
he was Superman.
I'm
He,
very disappointed in Eric Jordan. I thought he was smarter than
he's a Superman. That's okay. Not everybody's perfect. Eric Jordan,
that.
he's a good brother, man.
He is.
That
He is. I love Eric Jordan. I
and
love. That's my
yeah,
guy.
I give him his Superman thing, but I mean, every guy wants to be Batman. He had the cars, he had the women, he had the money. I
And
mean,
remember that was a front. A lot of
yeah,
that
and
was
that
a
was all
front,
up front.
just so that he could act like a real rich dude.
Yes,
Because if he wouldn't have been in the scene and he just stayed as Batman, they would have been like, okay, what's going on? Where's Bruce
yeah,
Wayne? So he
yeah,
kind of had to keep that act going up. Shout out to Alfred because Alfred would tell him to do that.
yeah. But everybody, it was either Batman or Superman. Nobody wanted to be Aquaman.
Aquaman
No,
pretty dope, man. You know what I
I,
mean? He got some pretty dope powers. I'm not saying I would want to be Aquaman.
let's see. There's Aquaman talk to the fish. Okay, yeah. I would be John Stewart, a Green Lantern. I would be that Green Lantern, John Stewart. Um, Maybe Martian Manhunter. I would be him, but I wouldn't want to be Aquaman.
She
No.
said Batman out there sleeping around. That's not true, Tay Tay. A lot of those models that he was with, he was sending them back home. It was just for the look.
Yeah,
It was just
but
for the look. To
but
look.
in the earlier Batman comics, in the earlier Batman comics, I'm talking early years
I got
when
I
they,
got I got him. I got the Chronicles.
Batman and Robin slept in the same bed.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's in the early years of Batman, and I'll leave that one alone.
That's terrible.
but
That's
but
terrible.
it's true.
That's
It's
before he
you
got
could do it. You
reimagined.
could,
That's before he got reimagined.
yeah. Back then it was called
Don't give her
Detective.
no fuel. Why you even bring that up? Don't give Tay Tay no fuel right now.
What?
We roast this is he said pause. Eric Jordan said pause. Yeah, we roast
Well,
right now. Superman
that
ain't
was back when it was
new
called.
comics. Read them new
That
comics.
was
Superman.
that was back then when it was called Detective Comics. Now they just call them DC Comics.
Mhm.
But Superman been killed, and if it wasn't for Batman, Superman wasn't a lot. The defeat at Batman's hands was humbling because Batman was a normal guy. It had to take a super powered person to beat Superman like Doomsday.
Hmm.
So how we get on Superman anyway from Berserk?
Because of Tay Tay. Because Tay Tay always want to go against the grain.
I know, I
Tay Tay
know.
Tay Tay loves starting with me. She really act like all my older brothers and sisters. It's how we
Tay
was. I
Tay,
had 9 brothers and sisters, so y'all gotta
Tay,
understand. Like we used to always be going at it. Like,
right.
you know.
I go at my sister sometimes too, so I know what you're saying. But Tay Tay is the type of person that if we're talking Star Wars, she come in and talk Star Trek.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, 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 no. But
Yo, Queen,
Berserk,
Queen, don't go off of that. Don't go off of that. Don't go off of that. You know what I mean? They might have
you
been
got
sleeping
support
they might have been
super,
head to toe.
superheroes that sleep
You're not
around.
unless they showed them actually doing stuff. There's comic books with Superman actually kissing a guy. Now,
Yeah, I
yeah,
saw
yeah,
that.
yeah. Talk about
I
that. You don't
saw
want to
that.
talk about that.
Yeah,
Batman ain't never did that. Yeah, he could be laid in the same bed. Shoot, maybe you know what I mean. That whole situation, I don't agree with it, but you gotta understand these is early storytellers. This is new with the Superman thing. You
yeah,
don't
I
see that now.
saw that. I saw that, and I was like, no, thank you. I'm not buying that issue.
So
Um,
yeah, Tay Tay. What about
you
Superman
know,
and the LGBTQ?
you know what? I'm gonna look that up just so I can post, so I can send it to Tay Tay. Get your PO box so I can send you that. Send you that. It's like I send Gooch cream to Theo. That was I told Eric Jordan. I was on the phone with Eric Jordan. I said I gotta. First, I sent him the apple. It's like an apple,
Mhm.
and then I was telling Eric Jordan. I was like, man, I gotta get Theo again. I gotta get him again. I said, so I just put Gooch cream in the search. I put Gooch in the search engine in Amazon, and it popped up, and I I fell out laughing. I fell out
Eric Jordan
laughing.
said Batman even let Robin die. He didn't let him die. He went away for a second. That was the second Robin that was an idiot. Jason Todd. Jason
You
Todd
see,
wasn't as smart as Robin. That would have
Gooch
never
guard.
happened
Yeah,
if
yeah.
that was Dick
That's what it
Grayson.
was.
If
I'm
it was
sorry.
Dick Grayson would have never moved. If Batman would have told him
Uh-huh.
not to move, he would have never moved.
Yeah, you had to listen to Batman. If you didn't listen to Batman, remember, he had contingency plans for everything.
Yes,
If you
he did.
didn't listen to Batman, he'll let you go to your own devices. Like, all right, you want to walk? Go ahead. Go ahead.
He told him, and I just recently read that comic again, Eric Jordan. He told him, yo, chill right here. He was like, nah, I'm gonna go in the building. You did not have to go in the building to try to rescue that lady that was supposedly supposed to be his mother. And then that's
Right.
when she set him up. That's when he got beat to death with a crowbar and the bomb went off.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was his
So
fault.
listen to Batman. Listen to Batman. Listen to Batman. Batman, the one who sent Theo Gooch guard. That was funny. He had a contingency plan.
For everything. For everything. I'll send you a channel where he got where they just talk about Batman's contingency plan. I'm gonna send that to
I've
you.
seen it. I've
I,
seen it. It
oh,
used to
okay.
come up in my algorithm like contingency plan. He even had contingency plan for some of the Marvel characters because
Yeah, they had
um,
one for Thor.
they cross over sometimes. There's I don't know if it's still in print, but the amalgamation comics. That was well, when did they do that? Back in the '90s, they did DC versus Marvel, and what happened was out of that they combined characters like Superman and Captain America, Batman and Wolverine, and they had the
Yeah,
amalgamation.
I had the Batman versus Captain America. They went to a
Mm-hmm.
even even Captain America said, "Yo, if he would have been on Soldier Serum, it would have been he wouldn't have won." He even said that. If Batman would have had the Soldier Serum, it wouldn't have been no standstill. Batman knows pressure points. Batman knows Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Batman knows Muay Thai. Batman knows so
Yeah,
many. Yo, the man knows pressure points. I'm done. The man knows pressure
I'm
points.
sorry. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry for laughing, but I just read D-Man's comment. Only a Batman fan would talk about Gucci Creed.
Yeah, D-Man crazy. Don't listen to D-Man. D-Man an undercover Batman fan too. Tay had
I
a
couldn't
Batman
help it.
t-shirt on. You
I
ain't
couldn't
know
help
that,
it.
did you?
I don't
Did
think
you,
Theo
sir?
Coop's voice is real. I don't think his voice is real. I think it's AI because his voice is too perfect. If you ever heard him speak, so I'm trolling Theo. I love him. I love his content. I watch his show, but I'm a hater in this chat, and I
I'm sorry, fellas. Get back to the topics. Now you know what you was doing. Anyway, let's get to these last ones so I can wrap
all
it.
right, brother. All right. Berserk. Berserk is a good anime. Don't watch it around your kids. It's a very adult theme. It has some nudity in it, full blown nudity. It has a essay scene. There's a lot of gore, and I highly recommend it. This is my last one. This is the Legend of Vox Machina. Whew. Let's see. The gray guy is Grunk. The guy with the glasses with the gun, that's Percy. The guy eating whatever that is, his name is Shanlin. And the lady, uh, that's the elf. Um, the two people in the back, the girl and the guy, they twins. That's Vex and Vac. And the lady with the in the green, she's a magical elf. These are seven misfit. Misfit is a group of misfits that come together to form a mercenary group called Vox Machina. And in the first season, in the very first couple of episodes, they go and fight a dragon. It's a very good storyline. Um, it's excellent. It's an excellent storyline. There's some funny scenes. There's some graphic scenes. There's some yeah, there's some kind of simulated sex scenes. I should say that. It's not for kids. I like this anime for one particular reason. Lance Reddick voices the lead dragon. And if you don't know who Lance Reddick is, if I said his name right, let me make sure. Uh I don't wanna disrespect the man. I think I said his name right. Yeah. Lance Reddick. Um he was the brother that was in the John Wick movies.
Oh, okay.
Uh, and he was also in The Wire as Captain Daniels, I do believe. Um, he has passed on. I think he had health problems, but he this is some of his last work where he voices the Red Dragon called Thor, Thordax, or he's the fire dragon. He's the biggest dragon. I like this because I have an affinity for dragons. Um, each one of these guys has basically a mystical weapon that they have to find to beat the dragons. So they go on a journey to find the mystical weapons and clues to where they are. It's a great show. The storyline is very progressive. Um, don't watch this around your kids. There's some humor, like I said. You can see it on Amazon, and you won't be disappointed. I believe you won't be disappointed with any of our selections. But if you're into Vox Machina, you're like Invincible. That's a shout out to Invincible, my runner up. Um, it's really not too much to say. Percy goes through his own, Percy with the glasses and the gun, he goes through his own torment. He has to fight a vampire lord and his sorcerer's right wife. Shanlin, the guy biting the thing, he goes through his own personal thing. Gronk, the guy in the back, he has to fight his uncle. Uh, Vex, the lady with the arrow, she has to fight through daddy issues. I'm just going to be honest about it. They got daddy issues. So each one has its own storyline within the storyline. What I like about this is they don't do a whole season of just them. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get.
They incorporate each individual storyline into the main storyline, which keeps it going. Um, it's a good show. I recommend it. It's on 2 seasons right now. The next season is dropping in. I wrote it down. I think the next season is dropping in October. So you got time to binge watch it. You got time to enjoy it or not enjoy it.
How many
But
seasons?
it's 2 seasons right now. I think it's about 10 episodes each season. Um, it starts out really good. What channel is on Amazon Prime? And dragons dominate. If you like dragons, dragons dominate the storyline. Um, like I said, Lance Reddick, or Riddick, he voiced Thorax, the fire dragon, and some of these voice actors have appearances in um, Ring, something with the Ring, Fellowship of the Ring.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and the Two Towers, and I forget the name of the movie, the whole name of the movie, but yeah, it's a good. It's funny. There's some funny scenes. There's some good scenes, and I highly recommend it. I highly recommend all the animes that has been shown tonight. Um, Binge watch them if you can. Watch Berserk first. Watch Berserk first. Then fall in with the Ninja Scroll. Then fall in with Vampire Hunter D and Afro Samurai. And you can pick who you want to watch. Uh, you can watch, you can find Vampire Hunter D, both of the movies on YouTube. I don't know about Berserk, and I don't know about Ninja Scroll. I may have to order Ninja Scroll. I'm gonna try to find it on. I'm gonna try to find a used one before I get a new one. But it's great anime. This is a great anime, and he said Jay G said this ain't even anime. There's a bunch of white people doing voice acting. No, if you look at the cast, a lot of them ain't white. No, no. So I disagree with that. But yes, it is anime because of the art style. It is anime because of the art style. If you look at the eyes, all anime have they have the eyes are the big thing. It's a big feature, and it's a good show. And if you go to the cast members, there are some white. There's a black guy, and there's I think the guy is almost he looks like that guy that says acknowledge me on WWE. He features that Jason Samoa. He looks like Jason Samoa.
Oh, okay, 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 okay.
Oh, Jay Z, you can disagree with me. That's fine. This is an open dialogue, brother. But what I'm saying is, you said it was a bunch of white people doing voiceovers, and it's not a bunch of white people there. There's some anime is a Japanese animation. Yes, I agree. But this is anime. If it's not anime, then what is it? A cartoon? Then everything else is just a cartoon. The anime makes it, what makes it to me, in my opinion, what makes it anime is the style of art. It can be done by an American person, but it's still anime. You don't, well, for what I'm saying is, you don't have to be Japanese to draw anime. That's what I'm saying. Okay, it's a cartoon, bro. I consider anime. We can agree. We can disagree. That's fine. I'm cool with it. But I enjoy it. I consider it anime because what it is, and just because it don't have Japanese name or Japanese characters, then is what, a cartoon. Then if that's the case, then Bleach is not an anime because most of the people in there got Spanish names, and I know for a fact Bleach is anime. Okay, okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Um, um, yeah, man. That's my brother JG. J
Oh, he cool. I like
JG,
different opinion.
yeah,
I like a different opinion, and we can agree, we can disagree. He stated his point of view. I stated my point of view, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm good with that.
yes, sir. So that was my brother Derek Gaines' last one that he had on his list. And I'm gonna get to my last one and then we gonna close this thing out. We've been
Yes,
on
sir.
2 hours. Y'all already know what's coming. Y'all know the vibes. Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z. Uh,
Are we sticking with Dragon Ball Z, or are we going after Z?
let's just say the whole thing. Let's just say the whole series. Uh, I'm gonna say, Goku being a young Saiyan, that was brought to Earth and his world was destroyed, similar to Superman. And
Hmm.
he basically became one of the greatest martial artists of his time.
Hmm.
The goal was always to collect all of the Dragon Balls and get a wish out of the mythical dragon Shinron. Then there was other dragons after that. If we keep going into the series of depth, but the main one was Shinron. And always like Goku. Goku always try to raise the level of his game, like an NBA great or a boxing great or a baseball great. He has that ability to raise his game to the next level. Uh, Vegeta, always who was his rival and also fellow Saiyan, was one of his people, was always that guy trying to catch up with Goku. And we seen how different variations and different situations put them against each other and also had them being able to team up with each other. I always thought
Mhm.
this was a great series. This is one of those series that transition from the older times, like Derek Games and like Tay until that era, which is Dragon Ball Z. You know,
Mhm.
I always loved this anime, and this is probably my top um anime for me because I just always felt like the storylines and different things going on. Sometimes Goku wouldn't even be there; Goku would be dead, and you still get a good storyline from Gohan and, or Vegeta, so on and so forth. So I strongly recommend this. I'm pretty sure you guys know about this. Anything you got to say on this, Derek Games?
Goku was a horrible father.
Yes, he
He
was.
was a horrible father. He was Piccolo. Piccolo played stepdad basically all through Dragon Ball Z. Um, the storyline is great. It's centered on the main character, Goku. I watched the original Dragon Ball because I wanted to get some back, history on it. And the original is pretty good. It's a little gumshoe for me, but it was okay. I watched it. I recommend Dragon Ball. It's been on since what, the 90s, I think, 80s, 90s. Um, because I remember going to Media Play and buying the video cassettes.
Mm,
I remember that because on the side of the video cassettes was a huge picture, Shamron. And if you buy the tapes in order and put them together, it formed the picture. So I recommend this, especially if you got time to binge watch. It's been one of my favorites. I've seen them all. Dragon Ball Z, GT, which I did like. Dragon Ball Super. And I've seen I've seen the movies, Broly and everything. The spin-offs are really good. And I recommend it. And none of the characters seem to die. Everybody get witch back. Um, Krillin got killed by
Frieza,
Frieza. Vegeta got
1984, 1984.
1980.
Yeah,
Vegeta got killed by when he blew himself up trying to kill Majin Buu. Piccolo got killed by who did Piccolo get killed by? Because they had to wish him back, and when he got killed by when Vegeta and the other guy first came, so they wished him back. Goku got killed, and they wished him back Only one that didn't get killed is Gohan. So the characters never die. Um, I would recommend it. I wouldn't recommend this if you're a Superman fan, because Superman couldn't be in Dragon Ball. He'll get beat up by Trunks.
Don't say that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Trunks. Hey, the way Trunks dealt with Frieza and his dad, he would have easily dispatched Superman. That would have been something. That would have been something. But yeah, man, it's been a joy, man, tonight.
Yeah.
Um, much love to you. Much love to JG, Tay Tay, Eric Jordan, everybody else who Puman 313, everybody else that's showed up. Here we go. Here we go with the hate. I'm trying to. It's not hate.
It's the
It
truth.
is it hate if it's a fact? It's like water is wet. I'm not hating water because it's wet. It's just a fact. Superman would not survive in anime. He Gohan died. When did Gohan die, Eric Jordan?
I think
Superman.
movie in the movie.
I don't think Gohan did he die in a movie. I don't. Well, who killed him? Because I didn't see all the movies. There was some of them. I just, how many times you gonna do Broly? Gohan died. Yes, you're right. Thank you, Eric Jordan. Gohan died in the movie of the history of Trunks. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Gohan in the future got killed by the androids. Then Trunks came back to the past, got strong and everything, went back to the future, killed the androids, then killed Cell. Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Eric. I forget all about the Trunks movie. You're right. That meant everybody else died because Gohan died. Vegeta got killed. Krillin got killed. Piccolo got killed, and nobody. Goku got killed. I'm sorry, not Gohan. So yeah, yes. Android 17 and 18. Yep, you're right. He's right. He got me on that one. He
Yep.
got me on that one. But like I said, man, it's been it's been a joy, man. We need to do this again. You know,
Yeah,
talk
we.
about whatever.
Yeah,
Maybe we should do a special on Superman.
you know what? That maybe
Maybe
it might
in
have to be me, you, Tay Tay.
Tay Tay.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be me,
Yeah,
you, and Tay Tay. We do a special on Superman. Well,
yeah. The next we need to do a special on Superman. Why is he so? I don't know. I don't know. Why is Superman super? What makes Superman Superman? When there's so many other DC characters that could beat Superman and have done it. But I'll leave that one alone.
mm, mm. Oh yeah, don't forget he ain't just weakened by kryptonite. He's weakened by
Right,
magic.
right. Magic. Yeah, Shazam beat Superman.
So, so we could talk about it, but you may not like what you gonna find. What he say in the first Planet of the Apes? Go down there, Taylor, but you might not like what you gonna find.
Might not like what you don't find. I think Doctor Strange could beat Superman.
He probably. I wouldn't be surprised. He weakened by magic.
He's weak against magic. Well, I guess they had to weaken Superman because he was too powerful. He beat everybody. He beat everybody. Um, I want to tell you, I got the comics of the death of Professor X.
Oh,
I
okay.
was yeah, the X Men show. It it kindled something in me, man, because I had I had the comic. It's X Men 25 came out in 1991. I had that comic book where Magneto pulls the metal out of Wolverine.
Yes, yes, and they
I
used it in
had
X-Men 90.
I went online, man. They want like $30 to $100 for that book,
Mm,
and I
especially now.
yeah yeah and no, I know I'm getting off subject, but let's stay on Tay Tay and her fantasy about Superman.
Yeah,
It's
that might be an idea for next week. I'll
yeah,
hit you
that's
and
fine.
Tay up during the week for next weekend and see what
Wait. Yeah, is it gonna be the same time? Because you know the House of Dragons.
I'll try. You know what I'll do?
No, because it come on at 9. I'm about to as soon as you end the stream, I'm gonna go downstairs, pop me some popcorn, come back up and watch House of Dragon. Man, I gotta watch that. But like I said, man, it's been fun discussing. You dropped some jewels with your picks of anime, Berserk, Ninja Squirrel. You guys are you either if you knew the anime or been watching anime for a long time, Berserk and Ninja Squirrel or a must see, especially if you're new to anime.
Yes, sir.
It's been a pleasure, man. I thought
Yeah.
you was gonna drop Full Metal Alchemist on me.
Nah. I liked it for
I,
Alchemist, but I there was ones like what you just talked about that I actually
mhm,
that I really like that I just had to like Berserk and Ninja Scroll.
right.
I had to put them in there. We was only doing five. It's not like we was doing 10. 10 would have probably took us even longer. But
Yeah, it would took us all night because yeah, I went through in Jujutsu Kaisen, Soto leveling, and that ninja ninja Kensu. Uh, I went through that in, man, and each one of them anime is better than the next. I mean, not the anime, the animation. It's so good, especially on Jujutsu Kaisen. I'll text you and let you know where you can find Solo Leveling. I think you'll enjoy that, and Jujutsu Kaisen, where you can find that, and the one with the name of the ninja. What streaming service has that? I don't want to name them because they ain't put no money in your coffers, so we're not gonna give them no free plug.
yes, sir.
But you
Yes,
know, uh, J G said he liked Akira. I didn't like Akira. I didn't like anything about it. I didn't like the storyline. The animation at the time was great. I'm not gonna take that away. The animation for that time was great. It was great. I couldn't understand it.
sir.
I tried to watch it several times. I couldn't understand it. And another one I tried to watch several times. I couldn't understand it. Was Ghost in the Shell, the original Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah. I actually I actually like that, but it
I
wasn't
couldn't
one of my
understand
favorites.
it.
Yeah, it wasn't one of my favorites. I'll be
No, it's not. Akira, the animation is good for that time. I think it came out like in the 80s. Um, Ghost in the Shell. I think that came out in the '90s. There's one that this I always thought that was pretty good. Appleseed is pretty good. It's a pretty good anime. I think the first one came out like in the '80s. I think they did a movie a couple years ago. I don't know the latest movie. That's some good anime. Um, I like to watch the old anime sometimes to see how far the graphics has come, the animation has come. You know, I I'm a nerd, man. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie. I love anime. It's just some I don't watch,
Yes,
like
sir.
Cowboy Bebop,
Yes, sir.
Star Blazers before Cowboy Bebop, Voltron before Cowboy Bebop, um, Thundercats before Cowboy Bebop. I don't know if Thundercats was an original American cartoon. I don't know. I didn't look at it.
Yeah,
But
I'm not sure about that either, but that's actually another one that was a good one. I put that in my Saturday morning cartoon. Um, you know, I remember I forgot. I think I did that with my sis Tay Tay. Salute to Tay Tay.
Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah, we
Uh,
the '80s and then
my Saturday morning cartoons on Channel 12. You had like 4 hours of Bugs Bunny. Channel 9. You had shoot, I can't remember Channel 9. Channel 5. You had the Smurfs and Care
yeah, she
Bears
brought that up. Yep, she brought up the Smurfs. Yep.
and the Care Bears and Gummy Bears and Channel 19. They had Beetleborgs. They had
Man, you bringing it back. He said Big Bad Beetle Boy.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers,
Yep.
Ninja Turtles. Channel 5 had Mr. T. Mr. T had a
I didn't
cartoon.
know he had one, man. The old
Yeah,
heads. Drew had to tell me about that.
yeah. Mr. T had a cartoon. Godzilla had his own cartoon. Uh, let's see who else on Saturday morning. Uh, we had by on channel 12 we had Wide World of Sports, and we will see like if it be a pay-per-view fight during the week, it will come on. It will be on TV by the weekend. Bruce Lee was actually on there one time on ABC Wide World of Sports. That was back in the day, man. That was back in the day. That all came by 1 o'clock Saturday. Go outside. The whole Saturday, every station, and this is really before cable. When cable came in, we they had Cartoon Express, and they would show uh, Space Ghost and other cartoons, Pink Panther, and then after Cartoon Express, we had
You know
Kung
when
Fu
Johnny
Theater.
Quest died? I'm sure they had Johnny Quest on it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That Johnny Quest. What was that? That was Hanna Barbera, I think. Um, what else show? That, oh, they had. There was another show like Johnny Quest. Uh, Around like the same type of animation. Of course, we had Speed Racer. We had Popeye, Tom and Jerry. Uh, let's see what else. We had Scooby Doo. We had Jabberjaws. We had Speed Buggy. We had Scatman Carruthers did the voice. Hong Kong Phooey. You had Hong Kong Phooey.
What was that?
Uh, Hong Kong Phooey. He was a dog that was a janitor, and when trouble broke out, he would go change into his karate, outfit and go fight crime.
Oh,
That was voiced by Scatman Carruthers. I think that was his name. Of course, we had the Transformers, but
yeah, I think
the,
that was
the
the best one of y'all time.
yeah,
I,
but
I, I like I always like the Transform. I always thought that was a good.
when as time went on during the week, a lot of them cartoons came on in the after school. We had
Oh, D man,
Voltron.
you said a karate dog.
Yeah, he was a karate dog. We had Voltron, Thundercats, GI Joe.
He said Thunder. He
Uh,
said He Man, Thundercats.
hmm
I like He Man, man. I thought He Man was a good show, man. They expanded upon it in my era when they redid it in the 2000s. She
Yeah.
said Hong Kong Fooey was the number one.
What? Hong Kong Fooey,
That's what.
number one super guy. Yeah, yeah. Who's that? Queen 71. She
Yeah,
must be as old as me. Oh my
so
God.
quick, quick, quick to throw a little comments here and there. You know what I mean? And
I'm sorry to interrupt you, brother. I'm sorry.
nah. You good? You good? To be honest with you, you know what I mean. We might have to do a part three of the Saturday morning cartoon. Might have to.
Yeah, back in the day, every channel, every channel had its Saturday morning, lineup, and then some, and then when Cartoon Express, Cartoon Express, when can you hear me?
Yeah, nah. I hear you. You clicked out
Oh,
a little.
yeah, I had to click back. I hit the phone. When USA, the channel USA Cartoon Express came in, that's when everybody jumped on that and showed their cartoons. That's where I first seen Dragon Ball and because I used to watch it
And
on
Sailor Moon.
Cartoon Express. Would you say, brother?
I said and Sailor Moon.
And say okay. Let me tell you, anime like Sailor Moon and Fist of the North Star came on a channel that was new.
Oh,
Today is called the WB, or they whatever they call the WB station now. But when it first came out, it was channel 25,
okay.
and they used to show shows during the day. There's reruns of show, but at night they at night they would show bikini contests,
Wow.
and they will have. That's back when Girls Gone Wild was. They had commercials at night, and that's how this channel made its money. And between Girls Gone Wild commercials and the bikini contest at night, they showed anime, and that's how I got to see Fist of the North Star and Sailor Moon at night. Um, Today, that channel is called. I don't even watch it. I don't even watch it. WB or whatever channel that showed Supergirl. That's what it is today.
Yes,
It
sir.
used to be called UPN, but then Warner Brothers bought UPN.
Okay. Okay.
That was back in the day, man. That was back in the day. But it's been great, man. I really appreciate you having me on. You made me do some homework and some of the anime that I didn't even know about, the backstory of a lot of anime that I watched. Um, but I really enjoy this. I really enjoy the chat. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. I really appreciate it.
I'm gonna bring you back on, bro. I'm gonna bring you back on, OG.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna definitely bring you back on. I'm gonna figure out another topic for next week, and we
The
gonna
weakness of Superman.
yeah, certain things that we can see. I don't know if Tay Tay gonna like that too much, but
Lois Lane weakens Superman. Batman didn't buckle for no lady. He's
he
like,
sure
I'm
did.
Batman.
He sure did. He
I'm
sure did.
Batman.
Whatever you
I'm
want.
playing. I'm playing to be Bruce Wayne, but I'm Batman. I'm Batman.
E-Man said what?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
shoot, these people. Yeah, go.
Superman was super simp for Lois. You know, Lois get killed in the movie. What Superman do? He fly around the world backwards, make it go back in time so he could save Lois. Forget everybody else. He gonna save Lois.
Yes, sir.
That's cause he was sleeping with Robin.
See, I'm mad you even gave them that fuel,
I
man.
shouldn't. I shouldn't have gave him that tidbit
Yeah,
information.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that they were called the ambiguously gay duo. Oh my goodness! No, I shouldn't have said nothing.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm gonna definitely bring you on. Get the people your
Yes,
last.
sir.
I'm gonna end this and
I'm Derek Gaines. I don't have a channel yet. I haven't really decided if I'm going to do a channel
if you
because,
do, I think you should do one like this because you're very knowledgeable.
oh yeah, yeah. If I do a channel, it just be on the stuff that I know, and I won't talk about nothing I don't know because if I do, I'm just running my mouth. Um, you could see me in that dude named Dave's chats, Theo Coop, the Do Better Squad chat. Shout out to Theo and Dave. Shout out to Drew Titan. You may catch me in this boxing making fun of Tay Tay and Superman. Um, you'll see me at Pep Talk. Shout out to Drew and Drew Titan also got Bear Cave Entertainment, his nerd channel. You may see me in Messy Mahone, live chat, Mona D, sometimes Bella Rings. You might see me in there. You know, this I follow these people because I believe in what they say and what they do. I know they're smart and knowledgeable. And oh, you'll see me at Kofa, uh, grown folk talk with Kofa. You'll see me in there time to time. Smoking Talk LLC. Shout out to Baltimore. You'll see me in their chat, and I hope to be back in this chat making fun of Tay Tay and her man in blue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Um, appreciate everybody that came through in the chat. Appreciate everybody that supported today. This was a good one. We'll be back next week with something. I don't know the topic yet, but we will be back with another one. Salute.
Well, I'll be here if you want me.
Yeah, I got you. I got you, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And salute to
Salute.
LDBC. Salute to the usual suspects. Make sure you shop usualsuspect6.com. And man, shout out to the full berserker clan. It's your boy Act Reacher. I never see you wrong. And I'm out. Peace.
All right.